however you captured that drum, especially the drum sound for me, because I'm a drummer too. But it's like that sound. It's not that different. I mean, the PJ Harvey, like you can hear the room, but
Yeah. I
it's
mean, what I'm doing is not fucking rocket science.
yeah,
Like if you put something in a nice sounding room and you record it in a way that allows you to hear the room ambience, it's going to sound like something in a nice sounding room. Like
yeah,
I, it sounds like I'm ducking the question, like like I have
yeah,
some secret
yeah.
tricks that I'm using. I don't. I genuinely don't. I just like we had this thing the other day where Chris and Kurt and I were talking for a podcast, and not no, it was Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl and I were talking about that record for a podcast about on the occasion of its anniversary,
Yeah.
and the host was asking questions about the sound, like what's special about the sound, and I'm like, I think these people were there, they can attest to this. Like Dave Grohl sat behind a normal drum kit and I put normal microphones up
Yeah.
and we recorded them to tape, and I opened the faders on a normal session and it sounded good. There
Right.
wasn't, we didn't have, we didn't summon the ghost of Aleister Crowley. We didn't like, we didn't sprinkle holy water or anything. It's not complicated. If you have something that sounds good and you record it in a way that allows people to hear that quality at home, then it's going to sound good. And I'm a firm believer that if you are actively doing things to change the sound and actively doing things to make it more impressive and more fabulous, there's a high likelihood that you're going to be destructive, right?
Yeah. Right.
It's way better to start with reality, to start with the natural, normal sound of something.
Yeah.
And then if you need to abstract it after the fact, you can abstract it after the fact.
Right.
But the main function is just to get a picture of what that band sounds like when they're playing their music.
Yeah. And were you always putting up room mics like at your basement? Because when you
Yeah.
started in your basement, what so you were always kind of curious about just
Yeah, I mean
rooms.
the sound of the acoustics of the room are always part of the experience of listening to something. And like again, like my basic philosophy is that when you're sitting listening at home, it should be evocative of the experience of listening to the band in person. Like that's that's the baseline. That's where you start. Like things
Yeah,
get weird from there, of course,
of course. Yeah,
but a starting point should
playing
be like
Wembley.
if I was there when they played this song, what would it sound like? Like
Yeah,
that's the starting point. That's the basis for my
yeah,
whole philosophy of recording, is that the bands have the right idea. Them playing their song is enough. It
yeah,
doesn't need me getting in there with my sonics to
yeah,
improve things. Like if you if you like a band and you're in the company of that band and they're playing their song, that should be that's really rewarding, right? So
yeah.
let's start by trying to recreate that experience.